Hey there, legendary soul. Welcome back to Unconventional Counseling. Let's talk about the grief of growing up. The grief that comes with knowing that you'll never be a younger age again. Your body will never look like, or maybe even function like, in certain ways, with the way that it used to in a previous decade. That there is constantly change that's occurring within your body, within your mind, within your nervous system, within your sense of understanding of the world and of yourself and of the people around you. And you will likely never go back to the places that you once were in terms of level of understanding or even level of innocence. You may never regain what you had when you were 5 or 12 or 17 or 30 or 25. In the sense of everything is just okay because of how much you've seen and how much you've experienced and how much you've learned and how much you've hurt and how much you've had to let go and how much you've had to release and how much you've had to forgive. Even when people didn't realize that they hurt you or how they hurt you or in what ways you tried to bridge a gap between you and another or you and a community, and it couldn't work. Or how often maybe you tried to show up or you tried to stay there in the midst of whatever chaos or tumult or turmoil or pain or dis-ease was happening. You tried until your body gave out. You tried until your heart couldn't take it anymore. You tried until you couldn't anymore. Like you reached a capacity and you had to choose yourself and you had to walk away from them or from there or from that. And in so many ways, you still don't feel seen or understood in that process. There's a grief in that. There's a grief in growing up. There's a grief in gaining wisdom. There's a grief in gaining experience. Even when you may come through the process more fiercely soft than ever before, even if you come through the process more loving than you've ever been, or even if you come through the process in some way that you deem progressed or better than you once were, more grateful even, still somehow there is a grief, there is a sadness, there is a recognition of a loss of form, a change of form. You are ever expanding. And expansion and growth and progress not only doesn't always or often feel good, but it's also really painful, uncomfortable, disorienting, lonely, scary. Change is really disorienting and really scary. And you are doing it. Even if you feel like you're sitting in the same exact spot you've been sitting in, you're doing it. Somehow, some aspect of you is in the midst of like a big transformation right now. And you don't understand it. You can't see the big picture right now. You don't know it all, what all is going on, and you don't have to. We're entering into Mercury retrograde season. We won't really understand what's happening until we're through this experience. We'll have insights along the way, but they're all going to be pieces adding up to a puzzle that we get to put together ourselves, with spirit, with our guides, with our friends, with our people, if that's who is meant to show us and help us and support us. I just wanted to acknowledge the grief, because in acknowledging the grief, we're also acknowledging your growth. And because we're in this period of the Capricorn full moon, it's so important that we acknowledge your growth. There are things that you have that are tangible. There are things that you have that are emotional. There are things that you have that are just essence, ether, aspects of you, aspects of life, aspects of nature that you appreciate in a way that you once could not, did not, or wouldn't. You love yourself more than you ever did. And you have a ways to go. You're kinder to yourself than you've ever been. And you have a ways to go. You offer more grace and compassion to other people. And you need more of your compassion and your grace for you. So whether you feel like being a hermit and pulling your energy back, or going outside and trying to be outside, because it is summertime. And sometimes we like to be outside in the summertime. Or whether you kind of flow in between the two, or find something third, different, or new. You're doing it. You're changing. You're growing. And it's okay to be sad, or to experience the loss, or to be aware of the pain, the hurt, the anger, the despair, the denial, or whatever other stage or phase or flavor of grief that is with you right now. And I'll catch you in the future. Bye.